Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the chrisvossshow.com. Hey, coming here with a really super cool, mind-blowing product. We found this at CES 2017, and it probably was the most innovative, mind-blowing, and important thing that we really saw at CES. This is the EcoloBlue 30ME maximum efficiency water from air generating unit. This is pretty cool. Go to EcoloBlue.com. You can check these out. There'll be a link on the Chris Voss Show. And these guys make all sorts of different sizes of these water-to-air generators. And they make them from residential on up to commercial to emergency truck sizes and railroad sizes. It's crazy what you can use these for. So let's talk about what these are. In essence, what they do is they have a 12-stage water from air filtration system. And what the generators will do is they will tap into the humidity that's in the air all around us. Sometimes some places may have more, some may have less, but there's always water in our air. And what this will do is it will pull the water from the air and turn it into drinking water through this 12-stage filtration system, because there's all sorts of pollutants and different stuff that's in our air. So it cleans all that stuff out and puts out just beautiful, pure drinking water. That's some of the best tasting drinking water you probably ever taste. Now, the other cool thing about it is you can hook this up to your city pipes. So you can put this in the grid, or you can take it off grid where it just generates water on its own without even having to plug it in to the water system. Or you can actually just pour in water when you want into a little basin in the back, and it will go ahead and clean it. So you've got 3 different ways you can utilize this. Now, this thing will give you 99.9% pure water. It is freaking amazing. It's got a sediment filter, pre-carbon filter, mineral filter, reverse osmosis filter. So if you're interested in having a reverse osmosis unit in your house, this is a great way to do that. Post-carbon filter. It's got a top tank UV lamp, an inline UV lamp, and a bottom tank UV lamp. So this thing takes and is constantly cleaning and filtering and taking care of everything that goes into it. This thing will generate, depending upon your humidity, of course, up to 8 gallons or 30 liters per day of water out of the air. Is that crazy or what? It'll make hot or cold water, child safety locks for hot water so your kids won't burn themselves when they try and get the hot water out of the unit. It's got advanced leak detection throughout its system, a reflux technology to ensure the water remains fresh and tasty. It's it's got ultraviolet lights for sterilization, and you can customize your hot and cold temperature depending upon the exact temperature you want. You can go into the screen and choose, okay, I want it to be this cold, I want it to be that hot. You do have an alkaline option with this unit if you wanted to make alkaline water. It's got a solar power option where, say you were in a place where you didn't have solar, or maybe you had this as an emergency kit where the power goes out, you have a hurricane, tornado, whatever, some of these things, you can hook this up to a solar option, and it's got a Panasonic variable speed compressor. They make all sorts of different sizes and variations on these units, all the way from these little office units or residential units to big railroad size units. And the beauty of these things is they can operate in emergency situations. Sometimes if you didn't even have power, you could hook them to solar. So in issues like Flint, Michigan, where the people don't have water because of the lead in the pipes, they can use these sort of things. Maybe there might be other sort of applications too. There's a lot of applications when you really think about it. And the way we're going with global warming and polluting our environment and everything else, this may be the future of how we get our drinking water, is pulling the moisture from the air so that we can have clean water. So I've gotten a chance to test this out. We've had it at the house for a while now. Been super, super, super impressed. It makes great coffee using the water from it because the water is 99.9% pure. And everything else. I use the water for all sorts of stuff. It even has 2 side panels you can use to put cups in if you want to use this in your office. I don't use them much, but this thing did great. I live in Nevada where we don't have a lot of water in the air. I do have an internal home humidifier because it's so dry here, but it kept going with the water and everything. Every now and then I might have to fill it up a little bit, but it generated water. It was the most amazing thing to constantly see the thing just refilling itself and going at it. So I'd highly recommend you check out the product. It's definitely worth the investment. Be great in scenarios if you're ever questioning the city water that you get. And of course, there's a lot of that going on nowadays. I think there's at least 12 cities around the nation that are currently actually in a crisis water situation where they've actually find higher contents and stuff of different contaminants in their water. The other thing that's happening with our water too is they're finding there's a lot of their antidepressants are getting back into our water, and we're all kind of sharing on it. So it's kind of crazy. So having something like this is a great investment in your family. I'd highly recommend it, especially with all the craziness we have going on with water nowadays. And the other thing is it can save you a boatload of money because you can take and use this for all your water bottles, and you don't have to go buy 50,000 of those water bottle things. Here in Vegas, we actually go down, we take 5-gallon water bottles down, we pay, I think it's like 50 cents or something, fill them up, and then bring them home. It's a real big pain in the butt, but no one wants to drink the water here because it's so nasty tasting. So I'd highly recommend the units. Just the taste of the water alone is going to just sell you on these units. And the fact they do so much they do is pretty incredible. So be sure to check it out. Go to EcoloBlue.com. I love the units. We'll be doing another video where we just talk about the basics of what they do and how they break it down. So be sure to watch for that video as well. But basically, this just makes awesome water, and you're going to love it. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you next time.